Good evening, folks, and we are ready here for the final game of our triple header here. The New York Empire get ready to face the Detroit Trappers. We are here at the Geico Center in New York City. City so nice they named it twice, and we are ready for the opening draw. Clarkson will go up against Lackinen here in the dot. These two teams met just 5 days ago in a thrilling game for the Detroit Trappers as they came away with the win. These teams, as they meet here today again, will battle for first place in the America Division, and we'll have an early penalty here. So Yevgeny Kovalenko going to be guilty of a slash there. Detroit now finding themselves on the road here in New York, seeing if they can come away with a win. Face-off coming here. Clarkson able to win it back for New York. Shot, Heinonen, blockered away. It is Anders Falk in net, the Swiss goaltender for the Trappers. Westbrook will get it back to Heinonen. It will be turned over. Steve Toivonen tries to get it out. Heinonen up to Ryba. Jamie Ryba looks down into the zone. He's pounded there by Karolainen. Toivonen now comes in shorthanded. He's watched there. The Empire in their mustard yellow jerseys here today. Shirts, I don't know why I call them that. Jerseys here today. So they go with the alternates here at home. Kuznetsov will skate behind the net, get it up to Ryba. Kuznetsov now back with it. Get to the red line, get it over to Westbrook, to Clarkson. Shot, blockered away by Falk. And then it is Ellis Rask in net for the Empire. Ryba tries to get it down low. Heinonen, shot gets blocked away. Kuznetsov will lose it there. Ristolainen gets it up to Toivonen. Toivonen knocked off his stick there, still shorthanded. And on the attack, and Toivonen gets it knocked away. Karolainen with a toe save there by Rask. In front, Toivonen, shot stopped there by Rask. Another good save there as Detroit with some of the better opportunities here on the first man advantage for New York. So again, both teams come in. Detroit sitting at 13 points, New York at 12. So unless New York wins this in overtime, we will have a standalone leader atop the America Division. Chicago also blocker save there, and they score. So it'll be Mike McIntyre on the power play here for New York to get things started. Set up by Gottfried Hollenbeck and Sly Kovalov. So New York first on the board here at home. So I don't believe that's going to count as a power play goal. I think it just came after. But now a power play coming up for Detroit. So now they will get an opportunity as Emil Barron guilty of a slash there. A little slash there right at center ice. So now Detroit with an opportunity to get things right back to square. So we sit with 17:25 left here in the first period. Face off won by New York. Joseph Michelson across the red line. He'll flip in. Gets off the dasher, comes down. Lawrence Cabo with it. Cabo will go for a skate. He'll enter to Lackinen. Lackinen gets the dot, turns back. Cabo down low. Stop there. Kovalenko with a one-timer. And Michelson goes off the boards and out. Lawrence Cabo now on it. He'll get it up to Horn. Horn gets it sticked away by Nash. Kovalenko battled for in the neutral zone. Continued puck up in the air for a second, and now Kaba able to get it on his stick to Kovalenko. Kovalenko tries to make a move past Edmund Paul, and he scores! What a move by Yevgeny Kovalenko. So Kovalenko, they're going to call that unassisted, I believe. So he's able to sneak through. Yep, unassisted. He will sneak through the New York defense and get them on the board. Detroit here. So we are tied at 1. These two teams met, again, just 5 days ago and combined for 13 total goals. So we could be in store for another crazy outing just like that. Ristolainen gets it back to Kovalenko. Glove there by Rask. Another chance, and Kovalenko scores again. So Yevgeny Kovalenko with another goal. This one going to be set up by his line mates Lackinen and Ristolainen. So Kovalenko with back-to-back goals. First one on the power play and now here. They'll battle for it at the New York bench there, and Markov able to get it away. Fought for in the neutral zone, now dumped in by Kuznetsov. Ovaskadachenko on it for Detroit. He'll get it up, and now it'll be Roman Horn. Sticked away at the line there. Heinonen able to get away with it. Flip deep. Kaba, the first one on it for Detroit. He was free for a sec. Now it's up to Ward. Ward tries to feed it across and picked off by Kuznetsov. Kovalenko with his 10th and 11th goals, and we got a fight here. So Ilya Markov will go up against Emil Barron. Right near the boards. Just to the right of the face-off circle to Ellis Rask. A couple good shots by Markov and Barron, both going at each other. Markov over the top. Missed there by Barron. Good. And Markov able to get the win as Barron slowly crumbles to the ground. To the ice, I should say, as he's a little woozy getting up. Still a little woozy skating over to the penalty box. He will get his gear all back, ready to go. Sit in the box for 5 minutes, and Ilya Markov comes away with the fight win there. So we are back inside the face-off circle to the right of Ellis Rask, one away by Detroit. It'll be Thornburg, glove stop there by Rask, and he'll hold. So Ellis Rask with a disappointing performance here to start the game. Has not been a great season. There have been some questions about his goaltending. Only 2 games above a 900 save percentage. He sits right now at an 890, which isn't terrible. There are teams in the league that would take that for sure. And I wonder what New York... I mean, I think right now they feel comfortable with Rask as their starter, but Otto Anderson sitting back there, still waiting for a prolonged opportunity. He's had a couple chances, and another goal! This one's going to be Dayton Helm. It was just flipped towards the front of the net by Toivonen, and it just sort of laid there in that blue paint, and then found its way past Ellis Rask. So we are 3-1 here in the first period. 2 goals by Kovalenko, and then the third by Dayton Helm. So New York now in some deep trouble here. Reijo Heinonen back in his own zone. Will go for a skate. He'll retreat in his own zone, flip it over to Holenbeck. It'll be Jimmy Krause. He'll get it up ice to Mike McIntyre. McIntyre makes a move to the outside, gets into the slot. Knocked away there. Stuart Thornburg now will go for a skate up ice. He'll flip it in. And it'll be over the glass and out of play. Face off now right outside the New York zone. It'll be tied up, and DiFolino will skate away with it. Up to Michelson. Knocked away Ristolainen, Jacopi Ristolainen, trying to get it out of his own zone, and he will. It'll be at center ice to Kovalenko. He'll turn it over now. Tony DiFolino on the attack for New York. Goes to the corner. In front, Michelson. Glove stopped by Falk, and he will hold right there. So Lackinen now against Nash here in the face-off circle. Lackinen wins it back. It'll come to the stick of Falk, and he'll get it up ice. Mats Lackinen stays wide. Stops there at the face-off circle. In front, blocker save by Rask. Able to see through that traffic. Good save there by the Finnish goaltender. Nash now will circle. Come out front of his net. Poked away by Ristolainen. They'll keep the pressure on, will Detroit. Lackinen in front gets the shot blocked away. It'll be DiFolino on it. They'll flip cross ice to Lindholm. Comes to Nash. Halfway through this first period, an exciting first period. So we sit 3-1 with Detroit, the road team, in the lead. Oh, and a good save there by Falk as it pops high up in the air off the glove of the goaltender. Comes down, and now Detroit looking to go on the attack. Taran Ignatov. Ignatov tries to flip it in. It'll go off the backboards. Roman Horn. In front, Ignatov stopped there. Roman Horn. Now to Kovalenko. Back up high to Carolina and to Brock. Down low to Horn. To Kovalenko. Glove stopped by Ellis Rask. Helm against Clarkson here in the dot. Clarkson able to win it back. Gottfried Hollenbeck will circle in his own zone. Flip it cross ice to Heinonen. Heinonen gets it up to Clarkson. Clarkson to Ryba. Ryba over to Kovalov. Kovalov sticked away. It'll be Gottfried Hollenbeck on it. Goes to the backhand. Stop there by Falk. And he will hold right there. Face-off coming to the left of Anders Falk. Now been placed in the starting goaltender role as Osip Utkin officially been demoted to that second string or backup position. Kristi Toivonen tries to enter. He'll get it sticked away. Gottfried Hollenbeck. 7:40 left here in the first period. A wild and eventful first period. 3-1 we sit on the power of 2 power play goals from Kovalenko and Mike McIntyre for New York. Puck will be flipped out of play, so we'll have another neutral zone draw here as Helm will go up against Westbrook. Westbrook able to win it back. It'll be Heinonen. Reijo Heinonen gets it up to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov staying wide. Flips it in front. Barron. Stop there. And he and Ovoskadachenko will have a little word. Ovoskadachenko not thrilled with Barron bearing down on his goaltender there. Westbrook now against Horn. Hollenbeck back to Westbrook. Goes up high to Heinonen. Cross ice to Hollenbeck. Westbrook in the high slot. Block it away. Batted down by Kuznetsov, but it's wide of the cage. Markov out of the box now for his fight. Kicks it over to Ward. Ward will lose it to Westbrook. In front. Oh, and a good save there. Barron with a good opportunity set up by Tito Westbrook. Going to be a penalty coming up here to New York. Markov across the line. He'll go to the corner. Flips it in front. Oh, and Ovoskadachenko looked for the one-timer opportunity, but it's knocked away. Emil Barron going to be guilty of a trip. Back in his offensive zone. And Barron will take a seat. Tripped there, yep. Easy call for the official to make. Especially with the opposing player going flying like he did. So now, second power play. Oh, and a good stop there by Rask. Because it was Kovalenko looking for the hat trick. Second power play, about said third power play. Second power play here for Detroit here in the first period. They were successful on their first with Yevgeny Kovalenko, the power play merchant right now. Both he and Dayton Helm, both power play merchants on this Detroit Trappers roster. Will be flipped all the way out by New York. Valentin Jacobson pressed to the boards there by Joseph Michelson. Thornburg able to get it up to Lackinen. Lackinen turns it back to Brock. Brock sticked away. They'll battle for right at the penalty box area. We'll go cross ice to Paul. Michelson will enter the zone and then flip it deep for New York. Just trying to keep possession on this end of the ice. Keep them out of the offensive zone. But now Lackinen to Kovalenko, and they will enter. Kovalenko blown up there by Edmund Paul. They'll go off the boards and out. Minute left remaining on the power play for Detroit. Stretch pass up to Lackinen at the red line. Lackinen turned back. Will retreat. Gets it up to Kovalenko. He'll have it at the blue line and turn it over to Michelson. Michelson now goes in. It'll be Brock with it. Brock over to Lackinen. They'll continue to fight there. Edmund Paul now skates away with it. Paul bodied there at the blue line. Stuart Thornburg, he'll lose it. Joseph Michelson. Benny Brock. He'll lose the puck out in front. Get it up to Jacobson. Up to Lackinen. Over to Helm. And the penalty is over. Emil Barron now fresh out of the box. Picks up the puck. Enters the zone. Barron coming in 1-on-2. Now he'll lose the puck. Kuznetsov and Jacobson fight for it. Jacobson able to get it away. 3:20 left here in the first period. Hollenbeck over to Westbrook. Westbrook retreats. Now he'll lose the puck. Dayton Helm. Helm down to Ward. Tried to get a shot on net. Unable to. Ward and Paul fight for it. Ward back to the point to Brock to Helm. Helm behind the net. Gets it in front. They score! What a setup there by Dayton Helm. He sets up Kristi Toivonen. And Toivonen able to bury it past Ellis Rask. So now face off here in New York. all of a sudden, after after scoring the first goal, have given up 4 straight here in the period. So now find themselves trailing 4-1. It is still Ellis Rask in net. They have not gone to Otto Anderson yet, but a turnover here. Coy. Oh, and a kick save there by Ellis Rask. Heading in to Kovalov. Under 100 seconds left. Kovalov turned over. Anthony Martelli will go behind his own net, flip it out front to Ignatov. Taran Ignatov turns in his own zone. He'll lose it. Clarkson gets it up ice to Ryba. Ryba tries to swim over, loses the puck. Ignatov and Kovalov fight for it. Kovalov now pressed to the boards by Ignatov. Francis Coy will get away with it. He'll get it up to Ovoskadachenko with 35 seconds left. Ovoskadachenko flips it to the opposite corner. Kept in by Kaba. To Martelli. He'll go to Ward in the slot hole, and it just goes wide. What a fire there by Jay Ward. Just goes wide with 6 seconds left. Holenbeck trying to get it out of the zone. They will. Maybe one last opportunity. Nope, taken away by Ovoskadachenko, and that is going to do it. Flipped in there for the end of the first period. So Detroit gave up the first one and then storms back with 4 straight to make this a 4-1 game. Most recent, that Toivonen goal right there that you see from that in-goal angle. So we're going to head to our first intermission with the Detroit Trappers leading 4-1 over the New York Empire here at the Geico Center in New York City. All right, folks, I am Les Talk, and we are right back to the action here in New York City. We are at the Geico Center, home of the New York Empire, as they host the Detroit Trappers, who have themselves a 4-1 lead here on the road. After giving up the first goal, Detroit comes back with 4 straight of their own. On the strength of Kovalenko on the power play, then Kovalenko 5-on-5. Dayton Helm with a goal as well. And then Kusti Toivonen, the most recent marker for the Trappers. First goal of the game came off the stick of Mike McIntyre, a power play goal for the Empire. That is the only Empire goal we have seen through the first 21 minutes of this game. Kovalenko now with an opportunity. Skates in. He'll lose the puck. Ryba skates away with it for New York. Tries to get to the red line. Tries to flip it deep, and it'll be knocked down by Ovoskadachenko. Kovalenko now with it. Kovalenko looking to attack. Tries to get around Heinonen. He will stay persistent and get around him, but now Heinonen will pick up the puck. Feed it to his D partner, Holenbeck. Gottfried Holenbeck gets it up to Kovalov. Kovalov knocked away in front, and a stretch pass. Toivonen in alone. Stopped there by Rask. What an opportunity there. Oh, and then Toivonen tried to find Thornburg out in front, and it's sticked away. Tito Westbrook gets it out of the zone, gets it up to Kovalov. Kovalov across the blue line will stop. Will retreat and then flip it back to the front. Toivonen picks that one off. Kusti Toivonen loses it there to Tito Westbrook. Westbrook across the red line, enters the zone, flips it in deep, and is hit hard. Benny Brock now away with it. Gets it to Toivonen, sticked away. Going to be a penalty coming up on New York again. So Stuart Thornburg with speed. He'll lose the puck. Lindholm will touch and get the call. So Jamie Ryba going to be guilty of a trip there. So that's what they're going to call. So Jamie Ryba not happy with the call, and he will sit for most 2 minutes as the penalty is called. Helm now will face off against Nash. Helm able to win it back. Brock to Ward. He'll lose the puck. Loose. Sebastian Nash gets it away. Over to Michelson. Michelson across the blue line. He'll flip in. Go off the glass. It'll come down to Benny Brock. Brock gets it away. Gets it over to Jacobson. Jacobson to the red line. Turns. Continues to skate. Gets it up to Toivonen. Kusti Toivonen bodied off the puck there. Michelson will get it out. Jacobson picks it up just outside his own blue line. Helm then gets it sticked away. Good play there by Victor Lindholm, and he will get that one all the way down. It's Falk back there to pick it up. He'll stop the puck there as Benny Brock swoops in to pick it up. Helm with a big hit there. Sebastian Nash will take it away. Oh, and Benny Brock takes it right back away from the captain, or one of the assistant captains of the New York Empire. Sebastian Nash turns, tries to flip it deep. It'll come to Jacobson. He'll get it up to Lackinen. Poked away again. Sebastian Nash with some good play here as Lindholm will now skate for New York in the neutral zone. He'll peel back into his own zone. Michelson, he's going to be tripped there. So Holenbeck with it there. Michelson touched there by Brock. So a trip there, as it was Yevgeny Kovalenko, fresh off the bench, going to be called for the trip there, and he will sit for at least a couple minutes. Yep, right there, easy call on Michelson. So now New York will go 4-on-4 for 17 seconds, and then they'll have a minute 43 of power play time. See if they can do anything with it to get themselves back to within 2. Lindholm will lose it there. Kaba goes for a skate. 8 seconds left here on the 4-on-4. Kaba enters his offensive zone. He'll stop. Get it down low. Picked up there by Lindholm, and they'll go on the attack. Power play now for New York. Westbrook over to Ryba. Ryba tries to get it in front. Gets it sticked away. I believe that was Ovaskadachenko with the good stick there. Hennanen will be the first one on it back for New York. We'll get it up ice to McIntyre. The lone goal scorer here for New York. Coming in alone. Oh, it's blockered aside by Falk. McIntyre with it behind the net, tries to keep it free, and Thornburg comes up with it. He'll be pestered there by McIntyre, and Thornburg gets it all the way out. Minute gone. Or excuse me, I should say a minute left, not a minute gone. Just a minute left on the power play for New York. Barron coming in. He'll lose the puck. Ovaskadachenko now has it. He'll backhand it off the glass, and will end up on the stick of Paul right at the Detroit bench. Kovalov feeds it to the trailer. Paul to Barron. Back to Kovalov. Oh, and a good stop there by Falk. Looked like he might have been handcuffed there, but a good save by the Swiss goaltender. So Ristolainen will go up against Clarkson here in the dot. This top power play unit. Clarkson wins it back. Shot there by Romainders, gets blocked away. Puck is loose. Clarkson to Westbrook. Ovaskadachenko. Oh, and it's poke checked away by Falk. And now Ristolainen will have enough time to get it out, and that should kill off the remaining penalty time here on the Kovalenko minor. Pulling back up to Ryba, and that will do it. So they'll enter the zone here. Westbrook 5-on-5. Oh, just goes wide. Another opportunity. Westbrook. Puck hops in the air. Still free. Side of the cage, and Falk able to get on it. Oh, man. A couple of opportunities there from the Empire as that puck hopped straight up in the air. Nobody really knew where it was going to come down. It comes down just in front of that goal line and hops wide. So a good break for Detroit. Stopped there by Falk. He's under siege a little bit here by New York. Clarkson stopped again by Anders Falk, and he'll hold right there. 11:55 left here in the second period. Clarkson will go up against Lackinen now in the dot. Top line against top line. Clarkson wins it back. Lindholm over to Paul. Slap shot. Right into the shoulder of Anders Falk there. Lackinen against Clarkson once again. Tie up there. Ryba first one in on it, but Jacobson now gets that puck away, and now Detroit enters the offensive zone. Kovalenko tries to get through. He'll lose the puck there. Kovalov now gets it up to Ryba. Ryba tries to swim through Jacobson with a good stick move, unable to. Big hit there by Edmund Paul. Slide Kovalov, 10:40 left. Clarkson, blockered away by Falk. Jacobson pressed to the boards by Clarkson. It'll come to Kovalov. Kovalov tries to feed it in front, and it'll be taken away. Victor Tiketovic will have it. Tiketovic in the neutral zone. Gets it to Kovalenko to Lackinen. Lackinen pressed to the boards there. He'll continue with it. He'll go behind the net to Ristolainen. Ristolainen tries to feed it out in front. Oh, and a good save there. I believe it was Ward on the shot. Set up by Ristolainen. Face-off now coming between Horn and McIntyre. And Roman Horn able to win it back to Jay Ward. Goes back to Carolina, and he'll dance with it at the blue line. and Bowden able to take it away. He'll be tripped. So penalty coming up here to Detroit as Horn will touch up. Not sure who the penalty's on. Might be Roman Horn. Guilty of the... Yep, Roman Horn guilty of the trip there. So he gets in on the feet of Jimmy Krause. So New York, again, trailing by 3. Needs 1 to just get them right back in this. We saw this with our second game earlier tonight. Trailing by 4, Toronto. Able to come back, ends up losing in overtime, but able to get it all the way back square. 6-6. Stop there, Barron on the rebound. Another stop by Falk, and he'll hold right there. 7 seconds gone on the power play for New York. So a couple good opportunities there. They're getting those opportunities. They're just not having that rebounder ready there to stick that puck back. Barron gets there, but it's too late, and he's at too sharp an angle to actually get a shot on net. Kovalov stopped again. Falk again, giving up a rebound, but it's kind of a control rebound. Trying to force it to the outside, not allowing something right in the middle where New York can jump on it with an easy opportunity. Kovalov, he'll enter the zone. Stop at the blue line. Get it down low to McIntyre. McIntyre playing behind the net to Kovalov. In front. Shot stop there. McIntyre, and they do get the rebound there. So Falk gave up plenty of rebounds, and now this time they are able to bury one. It is Mike McIntyre again on the power play. So McIntyre with the 2 goals here so far for the Empire. McIntyre with his 2nd and 3rd goal on the season. Face-off now coming to the left of Ellis Rask. New York finds themselves with new life here, trailing just by 2. Over halfway through this game, 8:33 left here in the second period. Helm tied up there on the draw, and DiFolino will skate away with it for New York. Lindholm up ice to Barron. Emil Barron to Lindholm. Slap shot right into the pads of Falk, and he'll hold right there. So now, face-off coming at the other end will go to the left of Dayton Helm. It'll be Emil Barron back to DiFolino. Stopped there by Falk, and they'll keep play going. Barron tries to flip it down low, unable to. Kaba will get it out from behind the net, get it up to Toivonen. Toivonen sticked away. And it'll be Tito Westbrook, goes cross ice to Paul. Edmund Paul goes off the glass. Thornburg will pick it up. Edmund Paul skates back in his own zone. He'll get it up to Kovalov. Sly Kovalov turns it over at the blue line. Turned over again. Jamie Ryba now away with it. Jamie Ryba stops, gets it back to Lindholm. Shot! Stopped. It was deflected on its way in, but Anders Falk able to get a piece of that and hold it right there. So we approach 6.5 minutes left here in the second period. Detroit with a 4-2 lead. Detroit not able to get anything on the board yet here in the second period. New York, the only goal to make it a 2-goal game at this point. Goes to the line and gets it poked away. Kovalov on it for New York. He'll go cross ice to Lindholm. Victor Lindholm enters the line. The defenseman deep now in front. He'll score! What a shot! What a goal by Victor Lindholm. So the defenseman carries all the way in. Has an opportunity right in front of the net and buries it right past Anders Falk. So Victor Lindholm, bit of a surprising character to get that 3rd goal for New York. Clarkson sticked away by Kaba. It'll be Kovalenko. Will exit the zone. There's the lining on it. Lindholm now. The goal scorer just moments ago gets it over to Ryba. Shot blocked in front. Oh, and then Ryba had another chance and it goes awry. There's the line it up to Kovalenko. Out of the zone, Clarkson will feed it in deep. Skadachenko, the first one on it for Detroit. To look to get it out. Stretch pass up to Ward. Jay Ward to Roman Horn. Horn with a chance. Gloved by Rask. And he'll hold right there. And that will be the first goal for Victor Lindholm in his PIHANA career. So congrats to Victor Lindholm, and a great goal at that. I mean, sometimes people, they talk about their first goal and it's not a pretty one or it doesn't look nice. That's one you'll be able to put. A great move. Defenseman carrying all the way in. Gets to the front of the net and a quick little flick to get it over Anders Falk and through him. Under 4 minutes left here in New York. Now making it a 1-goal game. It's the excitement here at the Geico Center. Starting to ratchet up a little bit, especially if they're able to get that game-tying goal here in the second. Voskadachenko, another defenseman now leading the rush here. Shot, he'll get blocked away. It's in front. Oh, and it just goes wide. Markov had a chance. Bowden now will take it away. It'll be Kraus. He'll be bumped there by Voskadachenko. Picked up by Karolainen. Over to Ward. Up to Markov. He'll lose it right at the red line. Heinen over to Kraus. Kraus hit there by Voskadachenko. Big hit. Heinen to Westbrook. DiFolino just goes wide. Might have been off the outside of the post. And that little kind of knuckler change-up shot there. Ward, oh, and he's obliterated by Westbrook. They are going to call a penalty. Whew, but that was... They're going to call a charge. It was a heavy hit, but I thought it might have been a clean heavy hit by Tito Westbrook. We'll take a peek at it here. Yeah, I think that's personally okay in my book. I think that's just a good hit. Ward's got to keep his head up and aware of what's going on around him. He doesn't. Gets clocked pretty good. Now he'll head off Will Westbrook. So unless Detroit scores here, this power play will carry over for about 7 seconds into the third and final frame. Paul able to get it out. We'll skip all the way down 200 feet. Brock with it, gets it over to Lackinen, poked away in his defensive zone, right onto the stick of Jacobson. Now Nash will take it away, get it over to Michelson, he'll retreat, and then flip it. And it will hit that corner glass here in Detroit. I don't know why that's so much of a problem here in Detroit, but it seems to be. So it hits that corner glass, and we will stop play right there. It'll come down just outside the New York zone from where Michelson flipped that puck. We'll face off one by Detroit. Brock down low to Toivonen. Oh, and it just goes wide. Looked like he had Rask beat. And I guess he did, but he didn't put it in the net. Jacobson with it. He'll flip it out to Helm. Get it up to Ward. Jay Ward, 45 seconds left here in the period. Sticked away for a second. Lindholm, most recent goal scorer here for New York. Good hit there by Lindholm, as the fans love that. Down to 30 seconds. Oh, and a good save there by Rask on Helm. Another power play merchant, Dayton Helm. Unable to sneak it past Ellis Rask. So face-off coming, Thornburg against McIntyre. Thornburg able to win it away. Lackinen stopped there by Rask. And he'll hold. 24 seconds remaining here in the second period. And just over 30 remaining on the power play for Detroit. Thornburg against McIntyre again. This one won by McIntyre. Back to Holenbeck. DiFolino will get it out of the zone. It might be enough to end the period there. Oh, a turnover. DiFolino down to McIntyre, and a glove stopped there by Anders Falk. Thornburg up ice to Kovalenko. 2-1. He'll turn it over, and that's going to do it. Offside, but 0.4 seconds left, so we'll have a face-off just outside the New York zone, which will just be a bookkeeping thing. A face-off here between Clarkson and Thornburg. Clarkson wins it, and that will do it for the second period. So New York enters the period trailing 4-3, able to fight their way back and find themselves down just a goal as we get ready for the third period. We're going to take our second intermission. Be right back with you folks for the start of the third. All right, good evening, folks. We are back for the final 20 minutes of action here from New York City, the Geico Center. I am Les Talk with you. Thornburg against Nash in the dot. Nash wins it back. Quick, just 7 seconds left on the power play, and that's going to end it there. So we are back to even strength. New York able to kill off that penalty. Flipped all the way back into their own zone. Westbrook will gather it, Try to get things going in their direction. Holenbeck stops there in the neutral zone, flips it up ice to Nash. Nash with a little bit of room, tries to get a shot through it, sticked away. Westbrook and Kovalenko will battle for it at the boards. It'll come free to Ryba. To the point, Lindholm tries to feed it down to Nash. And we are going to have a penalty on Detroit here. A slash coming up on Roman Horn again. So Roman Horn guilty of a couple penalties here in the last, 10 minutes or so. That has allowed New York to get back in this game. Didn't see the penalty there, but I also wasn't exactly looking for it. So New York trailing 4-3 on the power play now, 18:55 left. Oviskadachenko will have it. He'll flip it out. It'll come down to Heinonen. Heinonen, he'll be tripped up by Ristolainen. So a 5-on-3 coming here, unless New York's able to score this goal. Extra attacker now on. It'll be a 6-on-4 here. Kovalov. And it'll be touched up there by Detroit. So a 5-on-3 upcoming. As Ristolainen going to be guilty of the trip there. So we'll sit with his buddy Roman Horn there in the box. McIntyre will face off against Markov. Markov able to win it back. Carolina, he'll lose the puck behind his own net and then regather. He'll flip it all the way out. It'll be Lindholm on it. Lindholm up to Kovalov. Oviskadachenko turned over now. Markov. He'll flip it out. Lindholm with it. He'll get it up to Kovalov. Kovalov over to Barron. Neil Barron. Minute left here on the 5-on-3. Markov able to poke it away. This would be an enormous kill for Detroit to start this period. Flipped all the way down. Lindholm will be on it. Victor Lindholm gets it up to McIntyre. McIntyre loses it to Oviskadachenko. He'll get it down. 30 seconds remaining here on the 5-on-3. Godfried Hollenbeck gets it up to Kovalov. New York really unable to get anything set up as they go offside. So a rough 5-on-3 here for New York. Unable to really get anything set up. Heavy hitting from Detroit and then a mental error there with the offside. Clarkson now will face off against Martelli. Clarkson wins it back. 20 seconds left here. Poked away. Good play there by Kaba, and Brock flips it into his own bench. Oh, they were that close to killing off the rest of this 5-on-3, but Brock puts it into his own bench. So we will have a draw here. Clarkson against Martelli. Clarkson wins it back. Paul stopped there by Falk. And he'll get the puck going again. 8 seconds, and that'll clear it. So the 5-on-3 will come to an end in 3 seconds here. We will have... Oh, and they score! Anthony Martelli! Short-handed. I was looking down at the clock. I didn't even see what happened there. Anthony Martelli. So a short-handed, unassisted goal, just a turnover. And I guess they skated too close to the net and it went in. Something. I didn't even see it, folks. We'll have to take a peek at the replay after the game. So Martelli gets on the board to make it a 5-3 game. He'll be short-handed. I'll check and see what goal that is for Martelli here. As the action continues on your screen, we'll have a face-off to the left of Falk between Clarkson and Thornburg. Thornburg wins it back, goes wide of Falk. Ryba now behind the net. Tries to get out in front. Westbrook with it. 10 seconds left here on the power play. Westbrook down low to Ryba. Back to Paul, over to Heinonen. Heinonen shot glove by Falk. And Martelli, that'll be his second goal on the season. Face off now again to the left of Falk. Clarkson wins it. We are back to even strength. Oviskadachenko now with it. He'll get it up ice to Thornburg, to Toivonen. Turned over there. Clarkson now on the attack. For New York, he's bumped off the puck. Oviskadachenko able to dislodge it away from Clarkson. Thornburg up to Toivonen. Toivonen, he'll lose it there. Clarkson looks to enter. He'll stay wide. He feeds it in front, knocked away. Thornburg gets it out to Helm. To Toivonen now. Kaba to Helm to Toivonen. Trying to cut through. Unable to get through. Heinonen up to Nash. Nash will turn in his own zone. Get it to Michelson. A trip coming up here. DiFolino stopped there. So another power play here for New York. As it is going to be Jacopi Ristolainen again. Guilty of the call there. So we sit 5-3. New York giving up that 1-goal deficit they had. Now looking to get it back to just a 1-goal deficit here on the power play. Carolina, he'll get that face-off win and flip it all the way down as we still have 14 minutes left in this game. This has been a much slower paced third period than we had the first 2 periods of the game. McIntyre in. Gets it to Hollenbeck. Glove stop there by Falk, and he'll hold right there. A lot of kind of some clunky play. Stoppages, shots on goal, leading to stoppages. Hasn't really felt free and up and down the ice like the previous periods had. So Brock gets the draw. Win for Detroit. He'll now have it in the corner. Flip it to Kaba on the other side. It'll be Lackinen that flips it in. It'll come down to Romainders. He'll get up to Kovalov. Kovalov sticked away for a sec. And now he gets back on the puck. It'll be Barron. And Neil Barron trying to cut through. Lackinen picks that puck off. Goes off the glass and all the way down. Romainders will chase it back into his own zone. Romainders up to Hollenbeck. Over to Kovalov. Kovalov across the blue line. Watch there. Hollenbeck down to McIntyre. And they're looking for Romainders. Filling that gap. Hollenbeck over to Kovalov. Stop there. Kaba's going to be tripped up by Barron. So a penalty coming up here. We'll have 4-on-4 for 30 seconds. As again, just kind of clunky here. McIntyre, 2 goals here tonight, and he's going to be guilty of a trip there. Westbrook against Lackinen. Lackinen wins the draw. Brock with 30 seconds left here on the 4-on-4. Jacobson at the point. Walks in. Shot. Glove by Rask. Good opportunity there by Valentin Jacobson. Able to take that space away. Fire one on net to Nels Rask. Able to square him up and come up with the save. Face-off coming here. It'll be Westbrook against Lackinen. Tie up there, and New York able to skate away with it. Paul flips it up, but he'll lose it. Lackinen behind the net to Kovalenko. Paul will flip it out, and Barron will get it out. He'll get it across the blue line. Shorthanded. They score! Tito Westbrook with the shorty. So Tito Westbrook off the Emil Barron shot, able to get the rebound again. Anders Falk, that rebound control has not been there tonight. As the shorty by Tito Westbrook now makes it a 1-goal game once again. So we sit over 12 and a half minutes left here in the third period. Fight for it at the boards. They'll now come free to Kaba, over to Horn. He'll go cross ice to Helm. Helm down low, stopped by Rask. Toivonen out high to Kaba. To Helm. And he'll score. What a shot there by... Oh, Jay Ward with the tip. Excuse me. That looked like it was Dayton Helm, but Jay Ward gets a stick on it. Helm and Kaba will get the assists on the play. So just like that, a power play goal from Jay Ward gets us right back to a 2-goal lead for Detroit. And now Detroit, I think their goal here, let this game not open up a little bit, but let it, you don't need it to be as clunky. You'd like a little more free-flowing, a little more, okay, well, you know, we go 3-4 minutes without a stoppage kind of thing. You'd like to, you know, roll those lines, just keep things going, force New York to make decisions on, do we stick with just our top lines? Clarkson stopped there. Tiketovic will pick it up. Tiketovic able to skate out of his own zone, gets it to the blue line. He'll continue, the defenseman. Now he'll lose it there to Clarkson. Approaching 10 and a half minutes here. Press to the boards. Clarkson feeds it out to Hollenbeck. He'll get it up to Ryba. Jamie Ryba across the blue line. Again, the game just 5 days ago was 7-6 in favor of Detroit. This game getting close to that possibly. So we sit 6-4 here in the third. Halfway through the third period, Ristolainen gets bumped off the puck. Hennanen up to DiFolino. DiFolino across the blue line, staying wide. We'll stop up for a second, feed it across to Hennanen. Hennanen in tight. Can't get the shot away. It'll be Benny Brock. Tries to carry away. He's watched there by Westbrook. Flips it up to Horn. Roman Horn. Still watched there. He'll lose the puck. Kovalov. Ooh, hammered there at the boards by Jay Ward, most recent goal scorer. Tito Westbrook. And now another penalty. Oh my goodness, Detroit. Just play disciplined hockey, I think, is what I would be. And it's Roman Horn again. Oh, and that's going to be his third penalty on the day, and not going to be thrilled as the coaching staff there. Apologies for that. I don't know if that comes up on the mic, but I just dropped my mic right on the floor, so I apologize. Markov against McIntyre here on the draw. Markov wins it back. Ovaskadachenko now on the kill again for Detroit. 8.5 minutes left here. Big time of the game here. New York can get it to a 1-goal game. Tightens things up for the final 5 minutes. New York unable to. Detroit can breathe a sigh of relief and put the pressure on in the final 6 minutes. Up 2. McIntyre in, gets it down low to Barron. Backhander. Stop there. Ovaskadachenko will float free and he'll get it out. Go 200 feet. So we have now just 1:10 left on the Horn penalty. It'll get up to Romainders. Over to Kovalov. Goes across ice to Ryba. Ryba with a little bit of room, and it's closed off there. Good defensive play by Detroit. Ovaskadachenko flips it all the way out. One of the better penalty killers in the entire league, and Vladimir Ovaskadachenko, the big Ukrainian. They'll play for it along the boards there. Romainders gets it free. Gets it up to Kovalov. Westbrook. Watched there by Ovaskadachenko. He's able to kick it off the stick of Westbrook and pick that puck up. Battled for at the New York blue line, now ahead. Ryba, and he's hit hard by Ovaskadachenko. Carolina will try to get it out, and he will. 10 seconds left here. That should do it. Maybe one more rush attempt to get it in the zone here for New York as they hit 3, 2, and 1. That's going to do it for the power play there. So power play just comes to an end. 6.5 minutes left here, and Detroit able to keep their 2-goal lead. Kusti Toivonen across the blue line, sticked away by Paul. Edmund Paul up to DiFolino. DiFolino loses at the red line. Ovaskadachenko now to Helm. Helm enters the zone and flips it in. It'll be Thornburg behind the net. He'll be pressed there. Get it to Helm. Helm out front. Oh, and Toivonen with a great opportunity, but it's saved there by Rask. DiFolino now away. Tony DiFolino stops. Shot knocked there by Falk. Looked like it went off the stick, hopped up in the air, and went right off his mask for Anders Falk, but it comes up with the save anyway. 5 minutes now remaining here in the third period. We got a 2-goal game for the America division right now. Lindholm goes cross ice to Kraus. Kraus sticked away at the blue line. Cabo will come away with it. He'll get it up to Thornburg. Thornburg to the red line and in. It'll be Helm on it. Hayden Helm kicks it to the corner. He'll lose it. Lindholm up to Kraus. 4 minutes left. Kraus off the glass. Ends up deep to Kaba. Kaba pressed to the boards there. It'll be McIntyre. 4th line out here for New York in a big spot. They lead by 2. 3.5 minutes left remaining. Or excuse me, they trail by 2. My fault. And a trip there. McIntyre going to be guilty of a trip. He'll touch it up right there. Be honest, I'm questioning a little bit why you have your 4th line out here. Down 2 goals, 3.5 minutes left. But I mean, that doesn't necessarily lead to the trip call, but I just think it's an interesting decision-making process there for New York. Thornburg will go up against Nash. Thornburg and Detroit with an opportunity to absolutely put this game, put that final nail in the coffin for the Empire here. As this power play takes us down to now 3 minutes. Kovalenko with it. He'll get it up to Thornburg. Thornburg has Lackinen go to the net. Stop there, and Rask will get the save. Hennanen now up to Holenbeck. Shorthanded goal is much needed here for New York. Holenbeck gets a shot on net, and Falk will hold that one. As we sit at 6-4, 2:40 left here in the third period, and Detroit, team leading the way so far on the power play. Toivonen, he'll skate away for Detroit. Try to drag through to the middle, gets it poked away. Now loose in the corner, DiFolino on it. He'll get up to Holenbeck. Holenbeck will just flip it in. It'll go high off the boards, come down to Jacobson. Jacobson looking to skate away. He'll be watched there. Continues. Jacobson now back at the point. Slap shot. Deflected in front, and Toivonen couldn't quite get it deflected on net. Westbrook to Hollenbeck. Minute 40 left here in the third. Henningen flips it in deep. It'll be Jacobson. He'll be pressed to the boards. Kicks to the corner. And Westbrook and Helm, they'll continue to battle for it. Westbrook already with a shorty here tonight. Comes out front. Falk will hold it there just to the side of his cage. A minute 25 left here in the third. A 2-goal lead for Detroit as they look to take an even larger lead in the America Division. Right now they sit at 13 points, tied with Chicago. Shot there. Oh, kick save there by Falk. Almost a shorthander for New York again. New York sitting at 12 points, a point back of Chicago and Detroit, and now find themselves 4 back if this result holds of the Trappers for the top spot in the division. Goes across to Paul. Stop there. Oh, and it hops up in the air. Again, Anders Falk giving up rebounds. That's not what you want right now in this late stages here. Lackinen will go behind the net and they'll score. It'll be Thornburg with the empty netter. So Stuart Thornburg set up there by Mats Lackinen for the empty netter, and that will do it here. So just 40 seconds left of time remaining. That time will slowly tick away as we will have a 7-4 winner here. Press to the boards there at the penalty box. It's kicked in deep to the New York zone. Lindholm trying to skate away with it. They'll get it up to Ryba, to Clarkson. Clarkson still skating in, gets it over to Kovalov. Glove stopped by Falk, and he'll hold right there. 23.1 left here in the third period, and the Detroit Trappers that much closer to getting another win on their early season campaign. Kaba now for Detroit will get it out of the zone with 15 seconds left. Ristolainen with room. Jesus skating. Kovalenko, oh, he's looking for the hat trick there. And he sends it off the crossbar and over the glass. So Yevgeny Kovalenko, he's not done playing yet. He'd like to find that hat trick here tonight. Horn against Clarkson in the dot. 11.5 left here in the game. Clarkson able to win it back. Ryba will pick it up for New York. Lindholm skates it out of the zone. 6 seconds left. Paul across the line. He'll stop. Blocker save by Falk, and that is going to do it, folks. So the Detroit Trappers, another win here as they continue their hot play as of late, come into New York and fairly dominate this New York Empire team, other than maybe the second period. A very, very good performance from the Detroit Trappers as they come away with a 7-4 win here in New York. We're going to take our final little break of the game, and then we'll be right back with you for the post-game stats and information right after this. All right, folks, welcome back to our post-game coverage of the Detroit Trappers' 7-4 win over the New York Empire here at the Geico Center in New York City. Tonight, we take a look at our team stats. New York, ton of shots on net, 45. That's what they're able to put up here. So Falk comes away with 41 saves on the day. Detroit only coming away with 29 shots, but 6 of them get past Rask, the one empty netter late in the game. That was the Martelli goal right there that I missed. So a turnover there in front, and Martelli buries it past Rask for the shorty. We take a look at the rest of the stats. Face-offs in favor of New York. Penalties, both of them get 2 power play goals. Detroit going 2 of 6, New York going 2 of 7. And both teams actually do come away with a shorthanded goal tonight as well. Martelli for Detroit and Tito Westbrook for New York as well. So special teams fairly even in that regard. It was the 5-on-5 play that went in the favor of Detroit. And honestly, that first period, it felt like that was probably going to be enough to put things away for the Trappers. So we take a look at our points. Dayton Helm leading the way with 3 points. He ends up with a +1 on 3 shots and 2 hits. Lackinen, 2 assists. Thornburg and Toivonen, a goal and assist each. And then Yevgeny Kovalenko with 2 of the first 3 goals. Or I should say, yeah, the first 2 goals of the game here for Detroit. Lawrence Cabo with an assist, Brock with an assist, Ristolainen with an assist, and then Jay Ward and Anthony Martelli with goals apiece as well. Oviskadachenko, Horn, Jacobson, Markov, Tiketovic, Koy, Ignatov, and Carolinen unable to come up with points. Martelli a +1 and Horn a +2 despite having 6 penalty minutes, and Carolinen a +1 as well. Our shots leaders, it looks like Yevgeny Kovalenko, not a surprise there, and Kusti Toivonen with 6 as well. Let me take a look at our hits. We have 7 for Lawrence Kaba, 8 for Oviskadachenko, not a surprise there. 3 for Jacobson and 3 for Markov, and then 5 for Ignatov and Carolinen as well. And then the goaltending, a good performance from Falk. I'm a little surprised. I didn't think it was that great, but looking at the stats, he did pretty well. Had faced 45 shots, came up with 41 saves. He left a lot of rebounds. That's probably the area where my brain is getting stuck, thinking he didn't have an amazing game, giving up quite a few rebounds. That's where New York got a lot of their opportunities, but he does come away with the win and gets a +900 save percentage here tonight. So now the Empire, we have Kovalov, the only 3-point getter with 3 assists, McIntyre 2 goals, and then a handful of 1-pointers, Hollenbeck, Paul, Romainders, and Barron all with 1 assist, and then Lindholm and Westbrook coming with the shorthanded goal here tonight. Gottfried Hollenbeck with a -3 up at the top there. Clarkson and Hennanen -2s along with Westbrook. Alexei Kuznetsov a -2. And then that fourth line, some -1s as well. Our shots leaders for New York, we have Emil Barron, Emil Barron with 5, Edmund Paul with 5. A little surprising, the defenseman coming away with 5 shots here tonight. McIntyre, Hollenbeck with 4, Westbrook with 4, and then the leader, Sly Kovalov with 6 here tonight. Our hits leaders, we have Hollenbeck and Paul with 6 there at the top, and then Joseph Michelson with 4 down there at the bottom. Now, the goaltending, another minus performance from Ellis Rask as he faces 28 shots, gives up 6 goals for a .786 save percentage. Believe it's probably time to go back to Otto Anderson and see if that makes any difference for New York, as they've been just kind of wildly inconsistent in this early part of the season, leading to them sitting in 3rd in the America division, but they feel like they should be at the top, especially being the New York franchise. So we take a look at some of the goals. We are kind of running out of time here, so we're gonna have to be fairly quick about this. Yes, I definitely let's show this Kovalenko power play goal here. So he's able to skate in, make a little move, get through all that, and then pick it up back on his stick. It looked like Rask was getting out of position because he thought the puck was coming to that right post, and Kovalenko, as he picks it up, able to just drag it to the left post of Rask and beat him there. And then the Toivonen goal, if this is the one I'm thinking of, yep, Helm with a great play behind the net here, and just sets it up perfectly for Toivonen, just with a wide open cage as he puts it past Ellis Rask. We'll see, from this top angle here, Toivonen from behind the net comes out front, just wide open. What a play by Dayton Helm and Kusti Toivonen being set up there. Second period, I like the Victor Lindholm goal. Able to scoot in and just gets it there and flips it right up over Anders Falk. That's a defenseman making that play. Nobody deciding to stop him. So he's able to get all the way in and just flip it right up over the top of Anders Falk there. And now we head to the third period for the empty netter. I want to see the Martelli goal because I didn't get to see that in real time. Puck behind the net, comes out front. Not sure what's happening there, and Martelli just pokes it right through Ellis Rask for the shorthanded goal. And then Tito Westbrook also with a shorty here tonight. Barron with the shot. Westbrook gets the rebound. Again, Falk giving up rebounds there, but he gives up that rebound, and Tito Westbrook able to bury that one past him. So that's going to be it for our goals. We are running out of time. The timer's going off on me here. So let me just tell you about our 2 games we have coming up tomorrow. Doubleheader. We have Calgary in Toronto. That'll be for first place in the Canada division, with both teams tied at 21 points apiece. And then a rematch of a game just a couple nights ago. Edmonton will be in Minnesota to take on the North. So that's going to do it for us here from New York. I am Les Talk. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.